Okay, this should fix it. I got it. Not as completely useless as I thought I was. Got it. Alright. As I was. Back to the gym. Fixed it. Whew. Thank God. Just some fiddling around I had to do. So I had to go to the chat window and I had to right click and it'll tell me to zoom in, zoom out, or you can fix the window. It's already fixed, but yeah. So, whew. And I did that figuring it out on my own. Reddit was just telling me how to fix text sizes on OBS in general, not on your chat windows. So, I just took matters into my own hands. So back to the conversation before. Would I consider myself an electrician? No, but I've helped with some electrician work. And it was amusing and scary all at the same time, but I did have fun with that. Alright, now we are down to the part of finding the trash cans. This is the trash can maze, where any of these has a switch, and there's going to be a second switch as well. And it changes. There's the switch. Now, problem. It can be any of the 4 that are around me. So I know there's multiple around me, but it would be either top, bottom, left, or right that's going to have the switch because of where this can's located at. If it was an end can, it'd probably be a little bit easier and one less, but I kind of have to gamble here. If I did have a house and intended to repurpose the closet as a telecommunications room, I would try to get an electrician to install a receptacle there. Yeah. I know my aunt had... It wasn't a telecommunications room, but it kind of was. It was, but it wasn't. It was a closet cubby that had some jackets in it, but behind it, on the bottom, was some of our Legos that my cousins used to have that we played with, but was like the fuse box, the modem at the time, which was late 90s, so it wasn't like it was complex at the time, but it was kind of a telecommunications room. It didn't have a computer in it or anything, though, so but it wasn't. Damn it! Reset. Getting the cable operator to install a cable outlet, or the telephone company to install or move the ONT, there would be another thing I would have to do. Yeah. It kinda was. Turn around. Oh my god, I've pressed the D-pad I don't know how many times. Again, it's in the same place. That was just pure luck. Save it. Usually, there was one playthrough I did where it took me an hour to get the second switch. I'm not kidding you. That was painful. Media enclosure installations, and none of them depicted how to install the mains. No, they don't. And in fact, my aunt and uncle had that house from when they got married, I think in the 70s or early 80s, and they moved out of that house in 2015. So they had that house for quite some time, but it's no longer in the picture, and I've only been in their new house like 2 times, so I honestly don't know where everything's at. Alright, here is Lieutenant Surge. 10 Hut, welcome to Vermilion Gym. Will you look at that, a pint-sized challenger. You've got big and brassy nerves to take me on with your puny power. Pokemon battle is war. I'll show you, civilian. I'll shock you into surrender. But yet, Pokemon Red and Blue brought up the war. Pokemon War. Raichu. This is all hypothetical, though, as I will probably never be able... yeah, I feel that, because this house wasn't even bought. This was my fiance's childhood home that was given to him. His mom and stepdad moved into his stepdad's house, and that's where they're at. But they're 5 minutes down the road. It's not like they're very far away. I'll throw a Thrash. Why not? You can't use electric type moves on me. I got a critical hit. All these years I used to struggle with this gym. Nidoking just said, here's a 2-hit. You're the real deal, kid. Fine then, take the Thunder Badge. Yeah, affording a house is damn near impossible anymore. It's so stupid. I used to live in an apartment, and we used to live in an apartment for some time, but we got sick of the rent bullcrap and living paycheck to paycheck. We got lucky with this house, essentially. Alright, now I can talk to this lady. You have the Thunder Badge? You must be a good trainer. I just caught a Squirtle that was always getting into mischief. Would you take good care of it? Sure, I'll hold on to it. No nickname, but if I don't change my mind, I may or may not end up using the Squirtle. But I know the Pokemon suggestion that I was given. I've never used it, which shocks me because it is such a popular Gen 1 Pokemon. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to deposit the Squirtle for now. Oh, I know where I need to go. So we need to get Paris out. You need to heal, girl. Did I heal? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. If I were renting a house, a question of whether or not the landlord would allow the installation. It depends on your landlord. Some landlords are awesome, and some are complete douche canoes. So it all really depends on if you know the landlord, if you know them well, if they're good to you, or if they're family. Who the hell knows? So welcome to Diglett's Cave. I'm not using a Diglett, but I probably will catch one. We're gonna bring Mankey out front, and we're just gonna go right through Diglett's Cave here. And we're gonna catch this. Made this Pokemon healing sound on a lot of his instruments. Oh, that's cool. My favorite Pokemon sound is the evolution sound. Okay. They vary in levels, so that's why I'm kind of like, Oh, Fury Swipes in there. You have a 5% chance of... Oh god. Okay. Whew. Catch it! I had this fantasy of a closet with a 19-inch rack containing a router, possibly running OpenBSD or something. Switch panel. Yeah. That, honestly, in the perfect world, that would be perfect for all that stuff to have its own room. But a lot of people would think that... A lot of, like... Either contractors, architects, or whatever would say that's a waste of a room. And it honestly isn't. Alright, so I caught a Diglett. There's for my Pokédex. The reason I'm going this way is so that I can get the HM for Flash to get through Rock Tunnel, because that's where I have to go through next. Hey, guess what? We're back in Pewter City. Now, if you wanted to at this point in time, you could revive your fossil, and you could use it on your team at this point in time. I am not, but you can come back here at any time at this point to do so. I think you can trade with this person. Want to trade one for Mr. Mime. I don't have my Clefairy on me. If I did, I would, but we'll do that at a different time. Because I think getting a Mr. Mime is harder. Doesn't have many good skills and can't evolve, but his trademark Psychic Attack substitute where he creates a clone that fights for him is kind of cool. At least it tells you that it's not really super useful. So in this building, you talk to this scientist, which is one of Professor Oak's aides. If you caught 10 kinds of Pokemon, I'm supposed to give you an HM. Have you caught at least 10 kinds? I sure have. I've caught 24. Thanks, buddy. So now I can teach Flash. There's an HP up. And another Moonstone. And that's it. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. If space is a concern, a media enclosure is a possibility. A condominium in which I lived as a child had the circuit breaker in my bedroom walk-in closet. Oh, that's awesome. Ain't nothing wrong with condos. I like them. I just know nowadays all they're building are like... They're not twin homes, the townhomes. And essentially, even though you have a house, they're right butted up against another house, and there is no privacy. There is no quiet. There is nothing. You are not avoiding anything. And I don't like that that's the route that housing is going right now. When they're building on, I don't want a townhome. I would want a separate home, because they're still going for the same amount of money regardless if it's $200,000 or $300,000. I can't afford it, and it's ridiculous. The one here has it in the kitchen near the entrance. Oh, okay. So in due time, I will go back to that area because I may trade that Clefairy for the Mr. Mime just to have that in my Pokédex. Though, I kind of want the Clefairy and Clefable, so I may have to go back to Mount Moon and catch one, but that's when I get Fly. I'll worry about that when I get Fly. Kitchen and bathrooms were for some reason carpeted. Same unit informed me that someone later replaced it with proper flooring. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's weird. I would not put carpet in a kitchen nor a bathroom. That's a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. Jesus. Alright. I know I said I wasn't really gonna buy much at the mart, and I'm not. I'm gonna grab a couple extra Pokeballs, and I need repels. Alright, so it's still Pokeballs. I'm gonna need a boatload of these. And I'm just buying these to get me through Rock Tunnel, because Rock Tunnel is about the last big dungeon I'm worried about, other than Victory Road. Because otherwise, I'm not really too worried. Alright, oh, I meant to heal up and box the Diglett. Let's do that. I went down the wrong way. The next unit in the same complex, different landlord, has proper flooring there. That's weird. Alright, let's heal this Diglett and put it up. We gotta go back to Cerulean. We gotta go get our bike. And then we're gonna start heading towards Rock Tunnel. Bedroom that contained our desktop PC had 2 closets there. By the time we left, only one of the 3 toilets flushed properly. Oof. Oof. That's rough. I hate when landlords do not fix plumbing problems. That is so stupid. Yeah, I'm just not gonna fix this. Are you stupid? That's sanitary stuff. Are you kidding me? That's an electric type move. I'll be saving that for my electric type team member I will be adding in due time. Paris, please learn Flash. If not, I'll pull out the Abra. Ugh. I gotta take up space. Cable Fallout, I didn't play it too much growing up. I mainly was just super into Call of Duty with my friends group and everything. So, do I want to play Fallout? Yes. Have I played it? No. I know there's a TV show, and I know they just announced Season 2 for December. My one friend, my old coworker, actually said last year when Season 1 was out, she's like, I watched that Fallout show. She's like, that's a video game, right? I said, yeah, it is. It's a pretty good game series. I said, I haven't personally played it, but I said, it's a very good game series. And she's like, I love the show. I said, well, you could, I said, depending on if you guys have a PlayStation or an Xbox, you can still get games for them. I said, it just might be if you need the older games, you might need to get, like, either a PlayStation 3 or an Xbox 360. She's like, we have Xbox. I said, usually they're backwards compatible. I said, PlayStation screws you. PlayStation doesn't give a crap about their fan base. Additionally, the cable outlet in the living room there was in what I considered to have been an inconvenient place. The thermostat was on the wall behind the television. Now that is stupid. Alright, the bike mart is here. There it is. Okay. You ain't getting a million Poké-Dollars out of me, you chooch. Oh, that's a bike voucher. Like, that pause after realizing I had a bike voucher is hilarious. Alright, we're getting out of Cerulean now. Officially. We got our bicycle. Won't come into use until Cycling Road, but glad to have that. The one I mentioned with the carpeted kitchen and bathrooms, one of the cable outlets in the living room didn't seem to work. Oh, that sucks. Still need cut. Alright. Welcome to routes 9 and 10. Pokemon that you can find here on routes 9, 20% Spearow, 4% Fearow, 20% Rattata, 8% Raticate, 16% Nidoran male, 8% Nidorino, 16% Nidoran female, and 8% Nidorina. Route 10, you can find Rattatas, Raticates, Nidorans, male and female, a Machop, and a Magnemite. So, we will be catching those. Alright, so Trainer 1 is going to have 2 Oddishes and 2 Bellsprouts. What do I have out? Okay. Because now Mankey and Charmeleon need 2 levels to catch up to Nidoking. I did not pre-order Switch 2. I know I said this a couple streams, probably in the Emerald stream. I did not pre-order Switch 2. I'm trying to debate on whether or not I'm going to take off on that day, because technically that's mine and my fiance's. Not our anniversary of when I got engaged, it's the anniversary of when we started dating 4 years ago. So, I'm debating on taking off that day. I don't know yet, though, because it is in a couple weeks, but at the same time, YOLO! Because I may truly decide to want to camp out at my local GameStop and, try and see, but I'm also on the edge. I might also camp out at the Best Buy, which means I'd have to drive a ways because it's in the local city. We have a GameStop in 2 of the near towns, but a Best Buy is not until the biggest city, which is an hour and a half away. Pros and cons of being in a rural area. The wall on that side had a mirror covering the entire wall. The cable outlet worked. That wall mirror was also gone in that Zillow listing. Aw, that sucks. Yeah, because I kind of want that Mario Kart bundle, because that's actually the cheapest you're probably going to get the Mario Kart game, is $50. But, I don't know if I'll get that lucky, honestly. I may also try and apply for maybe a GameStop card. I don't know, though. I have enough already. It's not like I need to be adding another one. So who knows? I may forego my Best Buy one and just switch to GameStop. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. That's adult decisions. Come on, Mankey. Yes. My fire type. Now I gotta walk back because I didn't buy any healing items, but I'm trying not to spend too much money on this game. If I have to, I'll sell stuff. I don't care. So there's 2 floors to Rock Tunnel. Okay. It just seems like more. Just Dance games. Those are alright. They're not my... I'd rather have Dance Dance Revolution, but that's saying my age. That's when you used to be able to go on a playmat and dance to it. Rage. Not on this game. The landing of the stairs was directly in front of the front door. I remember once, circa 2001, carrying a bowl of cereal down the stairs and landing in... Oh, God! I've done that before. Because we had a landing in front of our stairs that was tiles, so anytime it was wet, it was a death trap. made the mess easier to clean, but yeah. Okay, Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, that's, yeah. I had Resort, but I forget. I think there was an add-on for the Wiimote you had to have to play those, and I can't find them. I may have the game, but I don't think so. I know I have Wii Sports. But we got that one Christmas years ago when the game came out. Okay, first trainer, pain in the ass. Next trainer is a hiker with a level 20 Machop and a level 20 Onyx. TM 30. Let's go to my TM page here. 30 is teleport. Great, as if I didn't have that on my Abra. Gosh. Karate chop. Down you go. Low kick. Yeah, we had that kind of landing set up at my dad's house growing up. So I understand your pain. Right in front of the front freaking door. Alright, Trainer 3, Growlithe, and Charmander. Okay. Another time I tried to reenact a scene in the Rugrats episode Real or Robots in which Stu tried to make an omelet during a... Oh yeah, I remember that! I remember that. What the fuck? Oh, how do you have Fisher already? Holy crap! You had a Sandshrew only. That was a lie. That was not correct. Great. I gotta take this book with a grain of salt then, because they didn't edit it all the way completely. That trainer was supposed to have a Growlithe and a Charmander at levels 21. It had a Sandshrew at level 24. Alright, the two Beedrills are correct. Holy shoot. He's trying to get crits in. So I don't need any of these on Route 9. I just need Route 10's Magnemite and Machop. That scene is not to be confused with the famous scene in Angelica Breaks a Leg in which you... I remember that. What are you doing up at 4 in the morning? I forget what he said, but pretty much along the lines of losing my mind. I remember that scene very well. Oh my god. Stew at 4 a.m. Chocolate.
Stu, what are you doing?
Making chocolate pudding.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why on earth are you making chocolate pudding?
Because I've lost control of my life.
Because I've lost control sorry, that's great. We grew up in a great time. Alright, this guy's gonna have bug types, so we're gonna switch Charmeleon. Says he should have bug types. Because I've lost control of my life. Oh my god, I loved Rugrats. That was fantastic growing up in the 90s, man. At least for me it was. Alright, Caterpie. Yeah, so far this is correct. Knowing that the other route had like 3 mistakes, I'd assume they're all gonna have their fair share of mistakes. That Zillow listing also depicted the living room with hardwood flooring instead of the carpeting it had when we were living there. Oh. I would keep my living room. Well, I can't say much. Most of my front rooms that where the animals are at is linoleum hardwood. It's not hardwood, but it's looks like it. And yeah, that's about right. We put it in just so that way it's not strictly carpet. And this way, if we want to add in carpet, like an area rug or something, we can. And if we want to go back to hardwood, we can. I think that's the main reason why we did that. Alright. 6 is going to have Rattata, Diglett, and a Sandshrew. Probably should add Mankey, but that's alright. Well, I got Charmeleon caught up. Woohoo! Yeah, one hit KO. There we go. Ekans. Yeah. Give me Nidoking now that everyone's at 25. At least you can't poison me. Oh, you were close to 26, so. I still have 3 trainers. And Mankey's in no shape. Hiker, it's a Geodude. I'm gonna need Mankey, a Hiker, Junior Trainer. I'm gonna need Mankey. So, let me go back and heal up Mankey really quick. Let me move there initially either. That's odd. That's an appliance you think you should have there. Oh, that's rough. Oh, shoot. I didn't battle you. Or did I? I think I did. There's an item here. Forgot to mention that. There's an item there. You'll want that. There was a refrigerator, but no range. Huh. Huh. It's gonna be a couple days. I just uploaded the one video, so it'll be next week sometime. Come on, dude. Geodude and an Onyx. In a manufactured home in which we lived later that decade, the refrigerator was unusable and we reused the one from our previous home. We couldn't get it to fit in the space though. Therefore, we just left it in the middle of the kitchen, partially in the space for it. Hey, that's alright. It is what it is. They made it difficult for you. An eye for an eye. That trailer was in bad condition when we moved there, and it was still in bad condition when we moved out of it. I have given it the nickname the crap hole. I understand that completely. Not all trailers are like that, but I completely understand it. You moved into it crappy, and you left it crappy. Probably I need to clean a lot of my consoles, because it's been years since a lot of them have been cleaned, so for the most part, yeah. Alright, so I gotta go back this way. Need to battle you. Switch Charmander with Mankey. We just yeeted the old refrigerator out of a wide door. Hell yeah! Yeet! Okay, good. You have 3 Pokemon. Okay, yep, that's correct. I ain't going back and healing after you, bub. Last one, and you have a Meowth. Mankey, I need you. I could relate to crayons falling apartments. My pawn shop, I'm lucky if there are any games. They were just testing out a fat PS2. That's about the only thing I wanted there. But it's not like I really wanted it. I have a bunch of slim ones, so it's not like I was in dire need of a PS2. So I just went about my day. Alright, here's a Pokemon Center. We're freaking healing at this. Alright, this is where there's one more trainer, and where I'm able to catch Machop and Magnemite. So we're going to try that. There's a 18% chance of finding Machop, and a 28% chance of finding Magnemite. And then there's the 20% chance that I could have a Rattata. So you beat the 8% chance of the Magnemite? Rude. Late one morning, I randomly awoke to a possum eating something from the garbage bag in my bedroom. I love possums. They are America's only marsupial. They typically don't contract rabies because they have a low enough body temperature that they don't. They eat ticks, which is great for Lyme disease. They eat snakes. They eat just about anything. They are seen as vermin, and in my eyes, they're not. They are beautiful creatures, and I love opossums. Now, I could say something else about raccoons, but I don't like raccoons. I do not like raccoons at all. I think there was even a mouse at one point. Oof. So that 18% of getting Machop. And this is Route 10 right now where I'm at. There's a Nidoran male. Oh. There's Eradicate. That combined with secondhand smoke from another member of the household was why I tended to keep my video games in a box unless... No, that's a really... I'm glad you did that because, honestly, that's a lot of the reasons I think the console's yellowed. They put flame retardants on the systems, and over time, or smoking, or sunlight will cause them to yellow. And unfortunately, mine are yellowing, but it's not because of sunlight. My fiance smokes. I don't. He does. He's trying to cut down to the point of quitting, but he has about 1 or 2 packs a day, or used to. So, I think that's why my consoles have yellowed since I've moved. My Super NES still doesn't have yellowing except near the controller ports. Mine doesn't. God bless America. I think mine is the same as yours. This one in here, I think it looks okay too. This is my one that doesn't work in here, and it looks okay too. So my Super Nintendos have been wonderfully not plagued with the yellowing. Vaping, yeah, I do that, but it's not like straight up nicotine smoke. I don't do the nicotine. I'll put it that way. I don't do the nicotine. I tried a cigarette once on my 19th birthday, and that was a horrible mistake. Coughed for minutes. That was horrid. I'll never do it again. Tasted like ass. I was never one of those that was peer pressured into anything. I just tried it on a whim. And it's not like I paid for a carton of cigarettes or a pack of cigarettes or anything. I tried one off a friend and said, if I don't like this, it's yours. Tried it. Nope. They took it back. So it was like, yeah. He does both. He'll smoke indoors and outdoors, unfortunately. So that's also probably not good on the PCs either. A Genesis? Hell yeah. See, if my pawn shop had systems that I was missing, I'd be more tempted to go get them, but if there's systems I already have, I'm not really gonna jump the gun to go get them. Finally! I am here for you! Drinking alcohol, I'm gonna be honest, being 30 now, I drink, and I've only ever gotten stupid drunk once in my life, and that was 5 years ago. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that was the only time it'll ever happen. And, I've drank and just gotten buzzed or tipsy, but I don't drink to get drunk. I drink to just get a little buzz, and that's it. So, 1 or 2, I didn't want to do that. Oh well. I don't really drink often, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not all that people say it is. It's not what it's cracked up to be. And it causes you nothing but grief half the time. Can't, obviously no drinking and driving. You're not coherent. People sometimes don't like you drunk. It's not something you strive to want to do. So, I don't. Oh, I wish to get him to stop smoking indoors. I would if it weren't for the fact that it's his house technically and it's under his name. I could bring up and be like, can we not smoke indoors? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll put it this way. I don't like putting up a fight. And I've tried to get him to quit smoking over time. Like, a few years ago when we were at our apartments, I was working out and he's like, well, if you and I start working out, I'll quit smoking. I'm like, okay. And that's the only time I've seriously gotten him to almost do it, but he'll dip, and I think what he's trying to do is cut back to the point of just dipping only, which would be optimal, because I'm not a fan of cigarettes. I'm not a fan of cigarette smoke, just because I smell like it when I go to work. I smell like it outdoors, I know that much, but at the same time, if you're not going to want to quit to smoke, I'm not going to beg you to either. It's just, you have to want to do it. Me begging and saying anything till my face is blue will only get me so far. You, the person that wants to quit whatever your addiction is, has to be the one to want to do it. And I've come up with that realization over time as a 30-year-old adult. That begging people to do it until your face is blue will only just waste your breath. They have to want to do it. So, because all 3 people I have dated in my adult life have smoked one way or another. The first one I managed to get to quit smoking, but then he went to hard drugs. So, that went to, pardon my French, fucking nowhere. And that was, that killed me. The second wouldn't quit smoking, even when I asked him to. And I just said after that one, I said, I'm not going to beg people. If you want to quit smoking, you quit smoking. That's on you. I'm not going to beg people. If you want to stay with me and you want to stay around me in our lives, you'll quit. Yeah, pretty much. That's essentially where it went to. So, fight all you want, kick, scream. They have to be the ones to want to do it. Me personally, I didn't have an addiction. What I had was I was living at my mom's house, and I had no driver's license or anything, but yet I was still working. My mom and dad would drive me to and from work, but I lived at home. And I got sick in 2018 after the first X, and that was rough. And I got sick stomach-wise as well as mentally as well. And I finally put my foot down and said, I need to get my license, and I need to get my own independence. I need my independence. And I did just that. Within, let's see, I got sick in June, and by the following March of 2019, I got my driver's license, and by that August of 2019, I have what car I still have. I still have my car, God bless it. Just hit 100,000 miles since I bought it. I had bought it with 154,000 miles on it, and it now has 254,000 miles on it. I got 100,000 miles on it. Oh, illness. I did many testing. I had blood tests done, thyroid tests, celiac tests. I had barium studies. I had ultrasounds done. We couldn't get to the pinpoint. It got to the point where I needed to go to a gastroenterologist, but you know how doctors' offices work. You call to make an appointment, and about 1 to 2 months later, you're able to get squeezed in. And by the time those 1 to 2 months go by, and you make another appointment to further the diagnostics, it just keeps going. So by the time I hit the barium study, which was the last test I had done in November of that year, I was already starting to feel better. And when I called the gastroenterologist to make an appointment, it was another 3 months. And like I said, I was already starting to feel better. So it was pretty much pointless at that point. But we are guessing, since I've spoken to my doctors and everything, we're guessing that it probably was ulcers in my stomach, more than likely, peptic ulcers. But I can't definitively say that either, because I was not scoped, diagnosed, or anything, so I cannot go off of just by anything. So it sucks, but at the same time, that's how the healthcare system is in America, and it sucks. We're so advanced in so many ways, and our healthcare system is what screws us. But, yeah, 2019, that September, the month after I bought my car, moved out into an apartment with an Xbox buddy of mine and his now ex-girlfriend. And then we moved again from that apartment in September and May, after the breakup of the second guy. And we lived there, and then when I started dating my now fiance Sean, he moved up with us he moved up to the apartment for 7 months. My roommate ended up moving back home, and we had the apartments for a while, and then because paycheck to paycheck, we decided to move down to where his house that he has is at, and here we are. This is a pain in the ass, and I've ran into Eradicate. I need the Machop, man. I didn't mean to run from it. At the same time, I'm trying not to kill it either. Man, what's gonna hold me back from Rock Tunnel is this damn Machop. Ah, it's in Rock Tunnel anyway, screw it. I'm tired of wasting time here. I want to progress. In Rock Tunnel, you have a 50% chance of finding Zubat, 26 on Geodude, 16 on Machop, and 8 on Onix. So, Rock Tunnel, I'm going to be finding Machop and Onix. Alright, this trainer has Pikachu and a Clefairy. Well, this is incorrect because it was a Jigglypuff and Clefairy. That one was incorrect, so there was, I think, like 2 trainers on this route that were incorrectly labeled with Pokemon. Wonder how much of the dirt on my old Dell was tar from cigarettes. It was elsewhere in my household. This PSU randomly broke. Oh. Oh, I would imagine it wasn't good. Just putting it in that pile I saw elsewhere in the apartment complex where I often see old microwave ovens. It's a thought. There's a super potion there. I'm gonna heal up again. Not because I have to, but because I'm going into this damn tunnel. Okay. Rock Tunnel. Now, you could go through this without Flash if you have this guide and you wanted to, but this is literally all you're seeing through the whole tunnel and cave system. You cannot see a damn thing. Okay. I'm hoping to run into a Machop or Geodude. Or Geodude. Onix. So, I'm probably gonna run around a little bit in here without a repel until I do. Alright, Trainer 1 is a Pokemaniac with a Cubone and a Slowpoke. Cubone. Yeah. No. Originally ran Windows XP Home Edition, then on when it was mine. At the end of its... Considering doing the same thing with my old Netgear router. I think I bricked it when playing with aftermarket. Oof. Yeah. It ran DD. Ugh, that sucks. Hey, I got you to flinch. Yeah, I know. Might already have to leave the damn cave. Huh, that don't help. The next Pokemaniac I go against, it has just a Slowpoke. Shit. Well, we'll just keep going back and forth for right now until I can get through these slowpokes a little bit. There's one maniac deep into this cave that has 3. I'm not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. We obtained it just a few months before move and ran it with stock firmware at first. We obtained just a few months later. Hell yeah. I'm gonna keep an escape rope on me. Excuse me, actually I have teleport from this Abra, so never mind. No point. I can teleport my ass back here if I need to. Few years in Iran. I'm gonna be honest, you don't find items in here, so it's not like you need to make room in your bag. Wi-Fi client bridge, hell yeah. Point 2. Okay. There's quite a few trainers this way. Alright. You are gonna have Oddish and Bulbasaur. Or no, you're gonna have the... No, shit. I gotta switch it back to Mankey. This is the one Slowpoke. With the current setup a few days ago. Hell yeah! None of them free. To my knowledge. Yeah, true. Probably gonna take me out. Jesus. I can't teleport, huh? I wanted 802. Yeah, that's not bad. Hey look, Machop. I'm afraid to do any more damage to take it out, unfortunately. There we go. Cool, I got the Machop. Now all I'm missing is Onyx. And I think what I'll do just before I get out of the cave is try and catch the Onyx, so I'll throw on repels once I enter back into the cave. resolver for... I didn't have... Oh, nice. We're gonna deposit... Actually, no, we should be fine. But we're gonna withdraw a escape rope just because I cannot teleport out, shockingly. Alright. Continuing forward. I didn't want to do that. Alright, moving forward. Alright, I kicked your ass. Okay, so there's one right up here, and she's going to have... Okay, this is where I need. Now being indifferent, the YouTube app for Android should no longer offer to cast to the living room television. Oh, yeah, that would be annoying. I do love the sprite of Bulbasaur in this game. Gen 2's, though, is... Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Next is... this one, and it's a Pokemaniac with a Charmander and a Cubone. Oh, we'll keep it out for the Charmander. Yeah, there's quite a few trainers on this section. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 on this part. Okay, 2 trainers. Oh. Okay, he is number 5, so he's gonna have a Geodude. Switch to Mankey. I'm trying to plan these battles right, so this way I'm not having to switch and have them get hit every time when I switch. Since everyone's on the same page. And then the next is another hiker. Okay. Level 27. Good job, buddy. Trying to learn focus energy. Yeah. That lowers defense. I already get critical hits, so no. As long as your Mankey is faster, critical hits math is... So I should be fine. Alright, there's one more trainer right up here. And he's going to have a Machop and an Onyx. And we still have trainers on the outside of Rock Tunnel before we hit Lavender Town too, so it is a bit of hell. Wonder if I could get a 3x3 directional Wi-Fi antenna, though. The front door provides only a mediocre but still usable signal. Kick his butt! What's up, Mr. Nice Guy? Kicking some ass. We're getting the hell out of Rock Tunnel. Mount Moon is nothing compared to Rock Tunnel and its maze. Alright, what the hell do you have? Trainer 9? No. No, it brought me out to... These are labeled incorrectly? What the hell? Oh wait, no, okay. I went too far. Alright. 7. Bunch of Geodudes. Nidoking! Not much. Is that a Pokemon Bible, basically? Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Strategy book. Getting me through. Trying to find out where some of the Pokemon are at that I need to catch. Like, I need to catch an Onix in here. Double kick. Yeah, it is like a Bible almost. It's my lifeline. Right side, my next teammate's in Celadon City. I'm excited. Also, once I get the Pokeflute, that may or may not be a potential teammate if I can't catch the one at Safari Zone like I want. Eat a double kick, you bastard. Alright, next trainer is 2 Onyxes. Alright, why didn't you take him out? There's 1 HP. I'm hoping to meet my goal, which is getting the hell out of Rock Tunnel before 12. Right now I'm doing decent. Oh, has it? Nice. Oof, level 20s. Oh, you have 3 Pokemon. Alright, this is incorrect. Why did I have a top loader NES? Because I wanted one. It's the more reliable form of the NES compared to the original one, because the original one has pretty much two means of it connecting to the motherboard, which is why it doesn't read games as well as the top loader does. Nerdy terms for it, essentially. Because of interference. Alright, one more trainer on this floor, and you're right there by the... right there. And... a Geodude and a Graveler. Okay. Should have switched out, but that's okay. There's a lot of freaking hikers on this floor here, or this portion of it. Growing up, I started out with my original NES, and over the time I have gained systems in my collection. I've had that top loader for, I want to say 8 years. 12 years, something like that. I've had it, but not as long as my original NES. Please don't use explosion or self-destruct or whatever it is you use. Okay, see... there's only 3 trainers here. Alright, number 10 is a junior trainer. Switch Charmeleon out. And I need to go... down, and you. A top loader Super Nintendo, there wasn't, I mean, all Super Nintendos were top loaders. I boiled my NES 72-pin connector and it seems to, that, I might need to do that. I know I disabled my 10 NES chip. I didn't break it off of the chip, I just pulled the chip out of the motherboard. I removed the solder and pulled it out of the motherboard, so this way if I want to reconnect it, I can. I don't know what those games are, so no. Alright, Jigglypuff's down. Pidgey and Meowth. Okay, I should be fine with Charmeleon. He needs experience. At least you weren't far from 27, my friend. Keep you up for the Meowth. Alright, next trainer's another freaking hiker. Picked up 42 Poké-Dollars from that. Mankey! Oh, Mankey's close to evolving. Excellent. Yes. 2 Geodudes and a Graveler. Alright. Router centrally, but the only cable outlet in this apartment is next to the front door. That sucks. Let's get you to 28, buddy. I think you evolve in just a short amount of time. No. Keep at it, Mankey. Flinch, yeah! Ugh. Not enough. I'm just afraid he's gonna have explosion. Or self-destruct or whatever. I'm terrified. Oh, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Yes! In the bedrooms either. That's stupid. Yeah, I'm getting a primate. I don't need one, but I'm getting one. Helps my Pokédex. There's primate. Alright. Trying to learn rage. Hell yeah. Perfect. Alright, you have... Oh. These are the 3 Slowpokes. YOLO! There are landline telephone outlets at least, but we don't have the service for that. No. I don't either. I just have Wi-Fi. This is gonna be a slow go. Luckily in these games it was a randomized disable as to what move is. Well, that didn't last long. This trainer is the only one I'm really truly worried about because it is 3 Slowpoke and 2 of my Pokemon are weak to it. So 1 is down. We're gonna switch and sacrifice 1. Actually, I might utilize this Magnemite a little bit. Wow, that back sprite looks stupid. There. Yeah, I have Ethernet. I meant, yeah. Not just Wi-Fi. Oh god, yes, I do have Ethernet. I pay for internet, essentially. My fiance will ask me, you pay the phone bill? And in reality, there is no phone, like, there's no landline phone. It's just the internet. Has no moves left? Struggle. Because it's disabling my only move. I believe it's DSL. But I could be wrong. Might be cable. Alright, well he got that Slowpoke down half. That's pretty good. It's either cable or DSL. I honestly can't remember. All I know is I paid for 1 gig of speed, if that helps at all. I'm paying for 1 gig of speed. Actually, they upgraded it last year. It's supposedly supposed to be 2 gigs, but when we test our PCs out, and it could be because of the box that has all our PCs connected on one, and it's not just an individual, we're just getting 1 gig, even though I think we got a free upgrade of 2 gigs. Like, no extra charge or anything. Oh, my neck. You got this, Charmeleon. You're the only one that can body this. With cable because it's the only good option here. Yeah, physically being hooked to your modem is probably your best bet. Okay, so that was the worst of the fighters. Alright, 13, Bellsprout, and a Clefairy. So keep Charmeleon out. I almost said Charmander. We're almost at the home. We're actually just about at the home stretch. I'm getting all confuzzled. Yeah, we're just about at the home stretch. We have the last 3 trainers. Oh, that I don't know. Aw, damn it. Would poison me. Yeah, switch out. First time we're using you, buddy. I mean, that back sprite could be worse, so it's not bad. I don't think AT&T Fiber is even available here. No, we don't even have, like, any of the mainstream, like, known internet providers. It's just a rural one. And the fact that they offered 2 gig is really astounding, because this was like 2 years ago they adjusted it to where we can have 2 gigs. It's honestly astounding, and I love it. Pidgey. 2 Rattatas and a Bellsprout. Here it's available in the parts of Reading. Oh! I remember that fire. Just do it, Primeape! There's one more trainer. So, I had to use a total of 3 repels to get through this cave. That's not bad, honestly. I honestly thought I'd use more, but that's pretty good. Alright. Meowth, Oddish, and a Pidgey. Switch before you take the poison hurt. We're already gonna struggle getting out of this cave without the poison killing you. Do be that way. There's the Primeape, or the Primeape. There's Meowth. Switch. Only the mid-2010s. Expanded to that area though. That sucks still though. Got the burn. Better need a burn heal. And a Pidgey. Oh, that's worth a shot. Try that. We'll come back in here after I heal up at Lavender Town for the Onyx. I need to, like I said, heal up. Alright. So, you're a trainer. There's a trainer to my right. We're gonna skip really quick because I really do need the healing. There's a Max Ether. I'm going to try and skip this trainer here. I need to heal badly. I made it. Whew. Okay. We're gonna fight these 4 trainers before I go and do anything. So, number 4 is a Cubone and a Slowpoke. From fools renting gateways from charter. Hey. Oh, I knew that was gonna hurt. And a Slowpoke, yeah, switch. Equipment here is the Spectrum branded. But we don't have Spectrum voice. Oh. That's odd. Alright, there's that one. We're going a little backwards here on these trainers, but that's because I skipped them to go heal up. Okay, the Appel's effect wore off, so that's good. If it weren't rented for free, I would be tempted to buy a cable modem separately. Yeah, true. Oh, my knee. That was stiff. Oh, my knees ain't as good as they used to be. Only supported. It was already a few years old when they issued it to us. Oof, they're a little behind. We have Spectrum granted down here, but we don't use it. Our service is of better. Anyways, that, and I don't know if they can reach us because we are in BFE. Alright, this is a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto. Yeah, keep out Nidoking. Why not? Pun intended for the why not reference of Gen 3. Why not? Australia. That's a big mess to clean up for silly string in your bathroom. Switch. Charmeleon. Right now, Charmeleon and Nidoking are permanent members of the team. Primeape is up in the air, but right now, level-wise, he is supreme. I didn't want to do that. That's okay, we both missed. An eye for an eye. I'm not gonna bore anyone with the, trying to find the Onyx, so I will go back for the Onyx off-screen. That's the only thing I'll do off-screen right now. And, because that's an 8% chance of finding it, and that's a waste of time, like I was trying to do with the 18% chance I had of finding Machop, so I will do that off-screen, but I'm going to continue moving forward here. Alright. Let's see here. Heal back up. I kind of figured it'd be a disaster. Love this music. So, you can continue down to Route 12, where it's blocked off by the Snorlax. You can't get past there until you get the Pokeflute. I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to continue Route 8, because that's where I'm going to be able to find the next team member on our team. But first, time to kick Blue's ass. Like I said, he's in the cemetery here, paying his respects to his Rattata. There he is right up there. Because I pretty much killed his Rattata, if we're going by the lore. We first got cable modem service from Cox back in 2001. They gave us a Toshiba cable modem. Replaced it with a Motorola. Oh, I'm still going for a couple minutes. I still got 5 minutes. Fearow. So, Charmeleon. Yeah, should be fine. Hey, Red, what brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can at least make them faint. Let's go, pal. Ominous, very ominous. What the hell are you doing here, then? Does that mean your Pokemon are dead? Yeah, normally I'm going to continue through Route 8. There's a couple trainers to go through on there. But Celadon is going to house my next Pokemon, believe it or not. Oh, I don't mind. This has been a very... you know, you learn stuff new every day. There's nothing wrong with that. Fearow. Come on. Next, he's going to have a Shelter at level 23. Got you up to 29. Yes. It's a Shelter. Or no, he's bringing out the Vulpix. Okay. That's a wrong listed level. It's supposed to be 23 and it's listed as 22. Magnemite. Nidoking! And we'll do that. Normally I'd go through the Pokemon it's not the mansion, but the cemetery while I'm still in town and battle everybody. So I may do that next too. I know you can't go further, but at least I'll have the battles done with. Sandshrew. Let's go Primeape. think the story behind the most recent modem replacement was Charter wanted all of its customers to upgrade. Oh, okay. They wanted everyone to upgrade, essentially. You were about at the cusp of 29 too. And then the Eevee. Nope. I live for these low kicks. How's your Pokédex coming, pal? I just caught a Cubone. Can't find the grown-up Marowak yet. I doubt there are any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later. Okay, let's go heal up. I need to deposit some Pokemon. I'm gonna deposit the Abra and the Magnemite I had on hand. And actually, this grass area doesn't really house anything I need Pokemon-wise. I have all of those. Oh wait, there's a Jigglypuff percentage chance? I don't think I have that one yet. I'll have to play with that. That's a 10% chance of finding that, so I might play with that off screen too, because that'll be a waste of time for you guys too. Deposit. Abra. Deposit. Magnemite. I've heard horror stories of AT&T Fiber requiring using their gateway and configuring it in bridge mode if one wants to use it to a different router. I refuse to use an ISP supported gateway because they tend to be terrible. Oh, okay. Alright, so you're mainly going to find poison ghost types in here because that's all Gen 1 had. You will have that small percentage chance of finding Cubone. Let me see if I can skip ahead to the tower here. That's the gym. Yes, you have an 86% chance of finding a Ghastly, 6% of a Haunter, and an 8% at Cubone. They suggest you do it later in the game, but no time better than now, I suppose. Oh, let's see here. It's a Ghastly. Okay. That does give me Bell System vibes with needing to use their equipment. Hush a Phone Corp versus... Ooh, I'll have to look that up. Not the accursed Confuse Ray. Yeah! I didn't get burdened with confusion too much in this video, at least. Alright, with that being said, I will pause the game, save. I will go back and I will go get an Onix and the Jigglypuff so I don't bore you with trying to catch a lower percentage type of Pokemon. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. We will continue on forward. At least I got done with Lieutenant Surge and we got through Rock Tunnel, which is usually the harder portions of it. So now we're good through the caves and dungeons now. We now just need to go through all the cities and such. Pokeflute and all that fun stuff. There is so much more that still has to be done. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll get our next team member next video, and I will be back on. It'll probably be Sunday morning I will do the stream again. So, Sunday morning about 9 a.m. sounds about right. So, I will catch you guys 9 a.m. Sunday morning.